right, so we're deciding the fate of this fake Sully.
And I turn and say, I'm going to make sure that there's no pain. And I go up and I start casting.
And you start what?
I start casting. I'm gonna disintegrate you so you feel no pain whatsoever. And I do 87 damage. Does he disappear?
Yeah. He vanishes. I want everybody to give me a perception roll.
I mean, do I really need to?
I see nothing.
I already know he's lying to us.
Can never trust a human.
I got 13.
Me too.
And I have an 11.
I have a +5 to perception, and I rolled a fucking 7.
You use your inspirations.
I've already used mine. And my Dark One's own luck. Trying to get that cool cinematic sequence going.
I don't really care that much. I mean,
Okay, yeah, it's the most powerful disintegration you've seen. He just vanishes.
Well, that didn't look like any usual disintegrate spell.
That's because I was touching him directly. I didn't fire the beam at any distance. I didn't want to have any chance of him dodging it. Only to have his brain extracted by Monster Face over there.
Since I had this creature grappled when this happens, do I get any modifier on my roll?
I'll give you advantage.
I got a 26.
Yeah, it's an impressive disintegration.
All right.
Sully, I'm disappointed.
You could have at least left him the brain.
Yes. That's all I wanted.
That's why we were killing him.
This way was painless. And I don't know how to just disintegrate the rest of them and leave the brain.
Stabbed him in the back of the neck.
I think my methods are quite painless. I've never felt any pain anyway.
All right.
But I'll remember this. The next time you want a meal.
So now
I'm gonna remember this next time we need him to disintegrate somebody.
Well, they can both do it. Just the Monster Face goes all Death Star on it.
So now, what is our next step?
We're gonna go to the Nipple room and throw some dust around. Before I use the last of this dust, does anybody have any ideas about how we might create more of this?
So where did this dust come from? I'm assuming this was last session.
We found it in the
It came in the curiosity shop.
Can I roll an Arcana on how to make this?
Yeah.
Do I have an assist? Hold on a second. I have guidance. So I'm going to give you a +4 if this is an ability check.
It is.
A plus D4 rather.
Right. I got rolled a 1. So that's a 24
You rolled a 1.
on my D4.
Oh. I was going to say.
I am that good.
You have a +23 to your Arcana. It's pretty nice.
There are 4 unknown components in this. So you'd have to ID those and then figure out. It'd probably take you a week to make it.
Well, that shouldn't be a big deal since time doesn't pass here. Or at least
Sure
doesn't
that-
I
normally.
don't know how many shops are open for us to go buy components, though.
How long would it take him to figure out what the components are? Not make it, but to do the actual, like, what is this? In case we wanted to make it in the future before I use the last of it.
The chances would be slim to none.
Oh, okay. All right. Nipple room.
The king owes you a favor. Maybe you can get him to give you a package of it.
I'm not asking the king about any packages.
As we enter the
Oh, I have an awesome package coming tomorrow, actually. It's going to freak my wife out.
Yeah.
It's the,
okay, all right. We believe you. We believe you.
it's the, what do you call it? The pop figures for Twin Peaks. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Twin Peaks, but there's like there's like a Bob and there's the dead girl, and yeah, she has nightmares about Bob.
One of my favorite episodes of Psych is when they spoof Twin Peaks.
You know they're making a movie?
Yes, and I'm so excited. The only reason that I want to see Slight is because I heard that the guy that plays Gus is in it. I forgot his name.
All right, so you guys going to go back into this room?
The nipple room.
Nipple room.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to try to use as little dust as possible to figure out where Purple Beckbar went.
Okay. You do pick up his
Speed.
trail.
What?
Why is it called the nipple room?
Because each, I don't know, it just felt like each of those little holes was like a nipple.
Were they the nipple, or were they the orifice that you stuck nipples into?
No, like we're inside of a baby's bottle or something, like that kind of nipple.
Oh, it's like a nipple in time.
Yeah, it's like a colander where all the holes have those like bottle nipples on them. I swear I'm not drinking.
I just had to ask why it was called the nipple room.
He just made that up. I don't know.
Well, regardless, the sex grass goes a little wilder when entering the nipple room.
Very nice.
What's the ground like in that room? Is it like a
It's-
dirt floor or stone or something like that?
It's similar to the walls, just a little bit
Yeah, I
more
was gonna
sturdy.
assume there were holes everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, could a creature leave tracks?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Oh wait, there was a Bigby dust all over this place before,
That's correct.
which turned my fingers orange.
Yep.
So,
Is that still here?
Yeah, it's still there.
did we see any marks from Purple Beckbar in the orange dust?
Yeah, you see 2 sets of tracks now.
Okay, and we know where he went the first time.
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't have to use any more dust then.
Correct.
Nice. Nicely done, Hrothgar.
Those steps go past where the dust is, though.
Ah. All right.
And they go back. You use a little bit of it. It goes back, and you can. It's hard to discern, but he's entered one of 2 places, almost like he realized he was being tracked, and he's trying to trick you. So if you want to give me a survival roll.
I'll try it.
All right, then I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
Wait, Daria, aren't you the ranger? Shouldn't you have the survival check?
My survival sucks. Well, it's +3. I mean, it's not doesn't suck, but it's not great.
Okay. Let's see here.
By the way, while we walk, I'm just using up a couple spell slots to heal myself up.
Okay.
Mine's actually a +6, so 24.
Okay. You realize that he went to one side and just leaped across to the other, and that's where he entered.
This one here.
I believe it was a Hrothgar roll the last time we had to figure out which hole to go into as well.
I'm really good with holes.
That's a special skill of yours.
Just ask Matilda next time we see her.
I don't even want that image in my head. All right.
I'll hide into that hole then.
Okay, so we have the 5 of you, Blink Dog, and Felleroff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
Before we jump in, I'm going to use my second wind to heal some.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say if he happens to get away from us, like the moment he disappears, let's box out.
Or if we can take a short rest and I can get some spell slots back, I can devote some spell slots. I can devote those to counterspelling to potentially keep him from using whatever magic he's attempting to get out.
Was he casting spells or was he using just innate abilities?
He pulled out something from his pouch.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, with counterspell,
he used the box to get out immediately.
it doesn't. Oh,
He has one.
yeah. If he's using the box, that might be different then.
So like he pulled something from his pouch, probably the box, used it, got out right away, and then we stuck around back there, gave him time to get ahead of us again. So no matter what's happening, if he does that again, we should do it.
In a moment of sobriety, Hrothgar makes sense.
Wait, well,
Well, there's but there's a possibility that his box of calico doesn't bring him to the same version as our box of calico.
no, it does because we're finding his footprints.
Oh yeah.
What's the assassin weeds or whatever that you found before?
The dried up assassin vines.
What is that?
I think assassin vines are out of the monster manual, but they're dried up.
So they're
But
dead.
it's a living plant that strangles people who walk by it.
So if I cast plant growth on that, that's not going to do anything.
No.
There's also the possibility that when we go and try and find him, that we try to be a bit more stealthy in our approach and try to grab him. And also, if we decide to take a short rest, which we don't have to, but if we do, I could attempt to use command against him. I can hold my action to wait for him to get ready to bamf out, and then I can just command him to stop, which would give us a round at least.
Makes sense to me.
It's good to me.
All right.
That command would be a good thing to use to make him tell him to drop the box.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't use conjure animals to create an animal, and then it goes like it doesn't have to. The description here doesn't sound like it has to stay within the 60 feet once I create it. Is that true or not true? Could I conjure an animal and leave it here in the room?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think we should leave something here in the room to slow him down if this happens again. So if we have some kind of plant, maybe I could bulk it up, or if we have, I was thinking maybe leave a conjured animal or something to make it harder for him to get through this room next time.
Or I like where your head is going, but rather than slow him down, which I don't know anything that we left could do, something that could at least keep an eye out and be able to report back to us.
In terms of which hole it went in?
Yeah.
I could cast a wall of stone that zigzags in front of the door.
How long will it stay?
And if I concentrate on it for 10 minutes, it's just there forever.
Oh, really?
You can break through it, but it'd take forever.
Oh, do that. Yeah, put a wall in front of the door.
So I'm gonna as a swift action or whatever they call it, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna spend sorcery points to create a 5th level spell slot, and then just create a 10 by 10 wall of stone that just keeps going back and forth, blocking this door, so it just gets thicker and thicker.
Okay.
That means
Nice.
it's gonna block us.
Well,
We're
yeah, but
going out.
we can
We're
always
going
use
out
the
the
box out back to the arena.
Yeah, but then if we want to get back to our world, we have to go through that wall.
Right, we're gonna have
Yeah,
we'll have to break through the wall. Or
we have people that have disintegrate as well as a giant construct that can break through walls.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't helping with that.
We'll figure that out when we get there.
and I need 10 minutes for this wall to be permanent.
All right. So then, if that's the case, then are we just going to take a rest?
Might as well take a short rest and let you get your spells back.
Was
I will get my channel divinity back. It's the first time a short rest will have ever done anything for me.
All right.
yeah, I'll get my spell slot back.
I get everything back pretty much. It's nice.
I didn't use anything, so except for a spell to hex the other guy.
I use so much. I use my Dark One's own luck, Fiendus resistance, resilience, action surge.
So I had a hex on the other Hrothgar. It would have lasted an hour after whenever, or not the other Hrothgar, the other Sully. Sorry. So whenever our Sully cast his disintegrate, did my concentration drop on it, or did I feel it drop off the?
Nice.
So it all depends on how much, because a long rest, how much does a long rest take for?
8 hours.
A long rest is 8 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a short rest is like 4 in this world.
Wait, okay, that's what I meant. Short rest is 4 hours. So, yeah, if it only lasts an hour, I mean, you would have been able to reassign it.
Well,
But
what I'm saying is, I cast it initially on the other Sully, the bad Sully.
mhm.
So did you feel the rope slack?
Within an hour, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
It was shortly after the fight that we bamfed here, and then our Sully cast his disintegrate. I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, so then you would have been,
No.
if you would,
I would
if
know.
that Sully truly died, you would know. Because you would be
I
able
wouldn't say anything, but I would be curious to know.
An email from the DM is on its way. All right,
Okay.
so we're walling ourselves in and we're taking a 4-hour rest.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna spend a hit dice to try and get back some more hit points.
Yeah, actually, I'll finish up. Get my hit points back.
So spending 1 hit dice. You add your constitution to it too, right?
Yeah.
So I spent 1 hit dice. I got 9 hit points back. So that brings me back up to full with my earlier use of second wind.
All right, so you guys take your 4-hour rest. Are you ready to go in?
Let's do this thing.
Yep.
Okay, so you all enter. You go through Everett's room and you enter. And as soon as you are in the blackness and are approaching the other side, the smell of formaldehyde hits you. You are in a busy street, bustling with mind flares. All about. Different people are selling stuff. You hear somebody yelling about fresh brains, fresh brains. You've kind of entered some sort of mind flare city or market or something.
A coven.
Alrighty.
Why does it smell like formaldehyde? Like, would we know anything about mind flayers to know why it would smell like that?
It's probably
Like
preservative.
pickled brains?
Yeah.
Well, Moonflower, it looks like we are in your realm now. Can you
Yes.
lead the way?
Perhaps a little bit of that dust to find out where this guy went.
Yes.
Just to pinch to get a direction.
Actually, before I use the dust, can I search to see if there are any orange footprints anywhere?
No, you don't see any. So one of the mind flares comes over to you, Moonflower, and looks at you and looks at the group, and he's like, "You've done very well. I give 100 blukes for all of them, especially the dwarf."
Yes. They're a most fine group. However, they are my personal service and are not for slate. Not for sale.
Not for sale.
Yeah, back the fuck up, buddy.
Calm down.
Can we hear this?
Yeah.
We might not if they're speaking telepathically.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
no, they're not speaking telepath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just tell him to back the fuck up.
Oh, I like the feisty ones. Usually they have lots of good memories,
These ones are not worth your trouble.
but they appear to be all adventurers.
You're barking up the wrong tree with that one. He lost his mind a long time ago.
Yeah, these memories all fuzzy.
The open market, I could get a lot for these.
As you could. However, they are not for sale.
It's a shame.
So, what is this place?
Well, it's Tugnath.
Ah, yes. Tugnath. I was here not too long ago. I don't recall seeing any other of my kin though.
Where have you been?
Apparently in the wrong Tugnath.
Apparently so.
Are there such things as mind flayer cities like this in our realm?
No.
Okay.
We just newly I just newly arrived here. What are some of interest to check out?
What are you looking for?
Well, your mention of brains has gotten me pretty hungry.
Well, it's the market right here. Just pick your... This world has much to offer, as we have discovered. There's many adventurers or aristocrats or common workers and, dwarves or elves or humans. They all fetch a price.
This this sounds appealing. I'll have to give it a thought over.
Well,
Is there any place where you guys would like to go?
Yeah.
We'd like to know where the Purple Beckbar went.
Yes. Have you seen that Purple Beckbar? The purple fellow that kind of ran through here not too long ago.
recall anyone purple.
What?
I don't recall any purple creature. Why do your slaves speak?
I'm afraid I've been a bit lax.
Is your mind control suffering?
Oh no, they act exactly as I intend them to act.
What is this metal one you have with you?
He makes an excellent trash can.
He reminds me of the few that we have at the front gate.
You at the front gate.
Yes.
There are others like me.
Yes, I think so.
Interesting.
Perhaps we should check these kin of yours out.
Do we see
Perhaps.
any elves or humans around? Or other dwarves?
No.
Only squids?
Only mind flares. If you do a quick examination, you see that they are selling elves and humans and dwarf brain for sale.
Right, but
Cat-
none still alive.
None still alive. You're correct.
So,
All right, I drop a little bit of the orange dust to see if I can see what direction they went off in.
Okay. You notice there are footprints that lead to the south.
so as Theory is doing that, I talked to Moonflower. I had assumed that being in this place that we were finding another version of you, but perhaps it is a version of me. Although I half expected whatever version Beckbar to seek out for me would have been an Azur.
Do I know what an Azur is?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the flaming dwarves that we've fought on occasion.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, is that what you were before you became?
Yes, my memories were restored to me not too long ago, at least in part. And actually, I've encountered Beckbar before, and he's the one that sent me to my death the first time.
Perhaps it is tough to say. It's been a long time since I've seen any of my kin. But rest assured, if we run into an alternate Moonflower, we can't stand long.
So, with the direction that the dust is directing us, does it look like it's heading in the same direction as the other Warforged? That the mind flare indicated.
The front gate.
No, this is the opposite direction.
Okay.
I think it would be prudent to hunt down the Purple Beckbar first before he gains too much ground on us.
The orange dust says go south.
And I'm inclined to follow.
Theria, perhaps you and Feloroth and myself could take to the skies and cover some ground that way. At the very least, we could see if there's any disturbances that are stand out or draw attention.
I'm fairly concerned about what might happen if I fly around here.
The
Let's-
mind players might not take too kindly to two prey species flying over their heads.
Well, there are other versions of him here, right? So they may be guards or something. That might not be as strange as seeing an elf fly around.
Perhaps, but I don't know. If,
Maybe they'll just like look at them like we look at birds.
And shoot them.
yes, but if there are other Warforged here and they do act as guards in some sense, I doubt that they have wings. Such
Oh
as
yeah, they
mine.
probably don't fly.
Well,
All
they
right.
may fly, but their wings are probably not made of flesh as mine are.
And I mean, I could cast Fly on Moonflower, but he's our beard.
I think we may want to just walk until we get out of town.
Yes. Let's follow this path south.
Okay. You
Now,
walk.
I'm assuming that there's going to be a trap. That Purple Beckbar isn't stupid and he knows that we're going to follow him. So I'm going to be looking for traps while we walk, which I think I can do at full speed because of my Natural Explorer.
Okay. All right. Everybody, give me insight roll. No.
25.
Yeah, insight or perception.
Oh, I'm going to definitely use perception. 16.
8.
25.
Also,
All right.
6.
Insight and perception are the same bonus for me.
What'd you get, Sully?
16.
Okay. So as you make your way south through this market, definitely there are people giving you guys second looks because you're fresh meat. And they're mumbling something about, they're basically bidding over the price of what you guys are worth. So there's a bidding war going on.
Oh, I cast hateful glares in their direction. So I don't appreciate others bidding on my friends.
Never heard of that spell.
Maybe this is an opportunity for me to use my Frightful Presence ability, make us a little less desirable. So everyone within, all the creatures within 20 feet make a wisdom save or become frightened.
That include friends.
No.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC 16.
Yeah, you managed to turn a few of them away. Some it has no effect. They're even more interested. So you make it towards the end of this market, and there is one. The vendors are getting sparser and sparser. By the time you're at the end of like this whole market, there's this one lowly vendor at the very end. And he's got like 2 or 3 jars, but you can't see them because they're tinted black. and he is standing there and he watches you approach. Everybody give me a perception roll.
24.
All right.
18.
26.
11.
And if it helps, I have that Devil's Sight.
Oh, your email is not Soul Wrench.
It should be.
It's spelled raunch. Oh, I just realized you sent me an email.
So for the vendors, he's doesn't have much of anything.
All right. So I immediately go up to the Mind Flayer and yank on his tentacles.
Okay. And you can see them pull back because you can tell that they are fake. And he slaps your hand away. Don't do that.
Does it look like the Purple Beckbar in that flash?
No, it looks like Steve the Pirate.
I narrow my eyes. Imposter.
And he just looks at you and he's like, shh, quiet.
Why should I?
I don't want to make a scene.
What are you doing dressed up like this?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I asked you first.
I asked you second. We wandered here from the glorious Nipple room.
Oh no.
England here.
Was the Ono from Steve or from Peter?
Steve.
Yes, this is a choice of the Nipple room, and we just got here. Turns out there's a lot of my kin around. Who would have guessed?
And he kind of looks past you and says, yes, gather around, gather around. I will give you much for these prized brains. He says again, what are you doing here?
A purple flood in the form of Beckbar escaped into this universe. We think he's trying to gather eviler versions of us so that he can bring them back to attack us with them.
Okay. That's definitely a problem.
Have you seen a purple Beckbar running around at all?
Yes, I have.
How long ago?
Not long.
Like 10 minutes, not long? Or
He points in a direction. He says he's currently in a place called the Angry Cactus Diner.
I'm going to do an insight check to see if he's telling us the truth.
Okay.
He's never led us astray before.
27.
Yeah.
All right.
He says, I would strongly encourage you to get a move on and don't be bringing any souvenirs back.
why not?
That is very bad.
From what perspective?
Sully.
Like I said before, two of something cannot exist in your world. It will bring about bad stuff, and I will get blamed for it.
Imagine every atom in your body exploding at the speed of light. Okay, so that's bad.
What is it? Just our universe that this is?
Yes, in all these universes.
Because like we were totally in a different one, and there were two Sullys.
Yes, but didn't exist very long, did it?
Oh, right.
What do you mean?
But then
The Langoliers came and they were destroying it, the storm.
But
Okay.
Moonflower wanted to eat one of the Sullys, so we took him back to Calico.
Well, whatever you do, I mean, he's not here now.
Right, he's off in our universe somewhere.
I'm sorry, what?
You know, his dust or whatever is left of him.
I'm going to do an insight check on that.
I'm doing a deception roll then.
I'm just gonna say it outright. The guy is still alive.
Where is he?
I demand you roll against my 28 deception check.
You,
I don't need to.
you deceived me, but Hrothgar has shown me the light.
Soul Wrench goes,
As a cheater.
what?
Next time if you ever try to grapple me, I'm just going to declare myself the winner without rolling.
So where is he? So where is he?
That part I don't know.
Let me warn you, Sully, if he is back in your world and you are there too, that is very bad.
Well, we're not, thankfully, at the moment, but we will be soon. So, Sully, come with the goods, man. Where is he?
I have no idea.
Sully,
Not in Calico. I can tell you that much.
you should have let me eat him when we had the chance.
Yeah, because then he wouldn't have been there anymore. Of course, all of his atoms would have still been there, you moron.
Did you teleport him somewhere?
No, I just banished him. I don't know where to, though. Maybe to the prime material plane, but when you pull somebody out of one universe, take them into another, and then banish them, where do they go? I don't know.
But if you left, then doesn't he come back? Like, banishment isn't permanent.
It's permanent if he's not from Calico. And I concentrate on it for a minute, which I more than did.
Oh,
Right,
okay. So
but-
then he went back to where he came from.
With
Theoretically,
banishment, yeah, he goes back to where he came from.
to his world.
I don't think banishment sent him back to his own universe, so I suspect it sent him to the prime material plane in our universe.
Well, that's not good.
Just to get
I guess we'll see.
God damn it. So we may, after all this, we may have destroyed our own universe anyway.
Out of characters. Anybody know Gate?
The movie?
No. Of the 9th level spell.
No. No.
Yeah.
Check back with me in about 6 more levels.
Wait, so where is Beckbar now? The Angry something?
The Angry Cactus Diner.
Is that in this town? Or is it filled with squids?
Yeah, it's in this town.
So how is he walking around without anybody hassling him?
I mean,
He's in
he's
this-
got purple skin. It's not a far-fetched to make fake tentacles. It's already halfway there.
Steve's doing it.
Also, yeah.
Well, I'm asking Steve because Steve's seen him.
He's in disguise. It's not very good.
Let's get moving.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. Steve looks at a couple of the mind flayers. They're coming over. He's like, "Nope, these are mine, not for sale." And he starts closing up his shop. He takes out like a suitcase and starts putting the little jars in it. He says, "You better hope that Sully isn't back in your world.
I'm pretty sure he is back in our world.
That's bad news, Sully."
Well, there's no way to find them, so. So I prepare an excuse for why it's not your fault.
Well, if he went back to the prime material plane, I'm going to assume, maybe incorrectly, that he's in Tugnath. Because that's where he was from, right?
No, he was from Dalville,
God damn it.
way south of us. Close to where our Jacques was, though. So if we can get in touch with our Jacques, we can send an illustrated lead.
Actually, maybe we just don't bring Sully back with us.
Sully rolls a new character. It's Mitch.
It's Mitch. All right, let's one problem at a time. Let's go after the purple dinosaur.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry. I gotta bail. I need to get to sleep.
Okay.
So I'll catch up with you guys where you guys leave off when you get done.
No, I think you got the right call. I got to bail too.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point.
All right.
We'll stop at you guys headed to the Angry Cactus Diner as Steve packs up his things and walks through the crowd, headed the other way, and just vanishes.
All right.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
All right.
See you next week.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Later, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll shoot violent. I'll do a violent scream.
Okay.
So, Moonflower's hideous maw opens up, and
I'm just picturing Zoidberg.
being they're repulsed.